Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It is time to atone. It is time to join the Brotherhood of the Nerd. Greetings, Affected. Welcome to the Nerdy Effect 4.0. I'm glad you could all be here today, because we've got some important business to take care of. In less than 24 hours, the path of totality will stretch across the United States. And in the wake of it, who knows what madness, who knows what horrors will happen. But here on this night, you have a chance to join the path of Jizality. So I ask all of you, brothers and sisters alike, to join the path of the nerd and listen. Have you been at my wardrobe? Yes. Finally, I have arrived. Well, good. You arrived just on time. Do candles make the hole hot? Yes, they do. I honestly had no idea it was going to take that amount of time to light 150 candles, but I did, and they are here. Is this a cult? No, this is not a cult. You will only have to drink the Kool-Aid at the end of the episode, but I want to welcome you all here. We will now discuss what is going to happen tomorrow and why it is such a big deal. I'll be there, and I'll be there with a goat and a few. I'm here, Tandis. Good to have you. I feel very Bray Wyatt. You shouldn't, because this is my own thing. That's what cults say. That's probably true. Good evening, everybody. Heroes arrive just as necessary. But yes, we have 150 candles burning bright. We were supposed to start a little earlier, but they take time when you're by yourself with a lighter. And my finger and my thumb are pretty much numb from doing that. But yes, so tomorrow, the path of totality is this big thing that's been talking about for over a year now, where the moon will block out the sun. And what is big about this? Well, it doesn't happen very often, and especially doesn't happen when it blocks out the entire United States. There actually is a path called the path of totality. And what that is where the moon will block the sun, but it will also follow the United States. It will start in Oregon and end, I believe, in the bottom of Georgia. Careful with that. I'd go I'd go, okay. I'm gonna open this something. Damn it, I was busy reading the clusterfuck that is Chica and missed the awesomeness that is Freddy. What is going on, Lethal? Welcome. And by the end of the show, I hope that you all join the path of Jizality and embrace your inner nerdism. This right here is the nerd shirt. I ask you all tomorrow, when the path crosses, when the moon blocks out the sun, that you wear your nerd shirts and you drink from the cup of jizz. I hate for that shit to go ablaze. Yes, that's why we're trying to hurry this up and do this in less than an hour. That way I can get rid of all the candles. Looks like Assassin's Creed, bro. Thank you, Dan. Plastic packages, mayor. What? But yes, so in this good book right here, I do have some information to drop upon thou. So, without further ado, let me open up my book of deliciousness. Some of you may not know what is about to happen. I refuse to drink from the cup of jizz. Thanks. But you will. I don't want your jizz anywhere near me. By the end of my book, you will. Do you have good eclipse glasses? I do. Yes, drop thy jizz upon us. See, Fizz Kid, Brother Fizz, is already amongst us. Brother Fizz is ready for this to happen. Well, I would wear my nerd shirt, but it's not here. Well, that's because your mail does not work very well. What is going on, Dustin Diaz? Welcome to the show. No jizz for me, thank you. Oh, no. Let me read from the book. Fisms, yes. What is the total eclipse of the sun? On August 21st, 2017, a total eclipse of the sun will be seen from a large part of the United States. That is pretty cool. That is really neat. And you know what? Because this is the nerdy effect, we have presentation. Check out the path of totality. There you go. You can see that somewhere around, I'm going to find the beginning of it. I have all the dates ready to go. Let's say Oregon. How are you today, Nerdy Effect? What's going on, Chris W? Welcome. Thanks, this is hilarious. Oh, Oklahoma. You in the path, stupid. Well, an interesting fact is that is just the path of totality. That is the path where the sun will block, where the moon will block out the sun 100%. But all of the United States will, and parts of Canada and Mexico will get it. What's going on, Andy Dino? Somehow it's Trump's fault. Yes, I know, right? But yes, that is the path of totality. And I believe it starts somewhere around 11. There we go. Bring that back down. What's up, Andy? All right. Get back to this. It can be scary, and it can be nothing you have ever seen before. Day turns to an eerie twilight. There is a hole in the sky, and bright stars and planets can be seen during the daytime. It is something that cannot be described. You just have to see it on your own. So that's pretty cool. This doesn't happen very often. The last time it happened in the United States was somewhere in the Midwest, and it happened in 1979, so almost 40 years ago. But the path of totality happened over 100 years ago. Hi, Andy. There you go. Ooh, 2 dawns and equals 2 breakfasts. You speak like a hobbit. The sun is 100 times bigger than the earth, and earth is 4 times bigger than the moon. Even though the sun is 400 times bigger than the moon, it is also 400 times further away from the earth than the moon. This means that the sun and the moon appear the same size to us here on earth. So there you go. The best way to experience the eclipse is to have someone sit on your face. Yes, I call her mega nasty. All right, so let me drop some extra facts. Every year or two, the moon's orbit lines up perfectly, and the moon passes directly in front of the sun, revealing its faint corona. Corona or corona? I think it's corona, but corona will work. The halo of the plasma that surrounds the sun can be seen. This is when the total solar eclipse occurs somewhere on Earth. And that's what makes this special path of totality so special, is that it rarely happens this long, it rarely stretches across an entire country, and this time we've had plenty of time to be able to practice and get everything. I am the moon. What's going on, Rory? Rory. In 1918 was the last time this eclipse happened. Well, eclipse happen all the time. It's just that this stretch and this span. What is going on? You tell us a story with all those candles. That's what we're doing. What's going on, Beck Dad? I have not seen you in forever. I'm hoping to have superpowers after tomorrow. Who knows what will happen? All right, where were we? We say sometimes because the solar eclipse is only visible from inside the path of the moon's umbral shadow, the shadow in which the moon blocks the entire sun. As it sweeps across our planet, this is called the path of totality. All right. The moon has a second shadow called the penumbra, and this is much larger than the umbra. And this is where you get that percentage difference. The path of totality is 100, and as it spans down, you will get less, like 90%, and then 75%, and then so forth. So a lot of people will not get the full 100%, but there will still be a major eclipse tomorrow. Bang, bang, yes. The penumbra is the shadow in which the moon blocks only part of the sun. People inside the larger shadow will experience partial eclipse. Places like Texas and New York will only get somewhere between 75 and 80%. Why was the intro all messed up? Wow, very good, Nerdy Sanchez. You respond to the beginning of the show 15 minutes ago like you respond to Instagram messages, so it's good. On average, a total eclipse is only visible from any one given spot on Earth about every 375 years. So if you stay in one spot, your chances of seeing one of these astronomical wonders is pretty slim. That's why a lot of people are flocking to the path of totality. For the past week, they have been urging people to say, hey, stay off the highways, get there ahead of time. Hotels and stuff have been sold out everywhere along the path. Once again, we will show the path. This is the path of totality that will be happening tomorrow. So if you are right on that solid black line, that is where you'll be able to view the moon completely blocking out the sun. Everywhere in that little shady black spot is like the 95 percentile, and then everything below that is going to be less than. So you're only going to get a partial eclipse. SoCal is supposed to get like 60%. I hope to see something. Oh, yeah, I think that everybody's going to get it regardless. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. I'm about 2,000 miles from that line. What's going on, Flingapalapoo? So, if you are lucky enough to be in the path of totality on August 21st, 2017, it will be something you will never forget, because it's not just something you see, it's something you experience. Daylight is replaced by a mysterious dusk, and bright planets and stars become visible. Plants and animals act as though it were night, and flowers close up, and birds return to roost. There is a chill in the air because the temperature drops a dozen degrees or more. The brilliant sun is replaced by a black orb surrounded by a ghostly halo. The colors of the sunset ring of the horizon, and the hair on the back of your neck stands up as those around you scream in amazement as the total eclipse of the sun. Yep, birds start chirping. There you go. I plan on sleeping through it. Well, you probably should. You know, something that only happens every 100 years and rarely happens in the United States. You should definitely probably skip, you know, whatever, screw it. You know, I've got tall things to do. I've got high Earth atmosphere to breathe in. So, yeah, you should definitely skip it. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. All right. All total eclipses begin and end with a partial eclipse. Like we're talking like places like Texas and New York, they will only get a partial eclipse. And the entire event can take nearly 3 hours. But the total part of the solar eclipse usually lasts only about 2 to 3 minutes. So as we showed that path of totality, the people that are in it will only experience it for about 3 minutes, which regardless is still going to be pretty awesome. Sounds creepy and I'm going to go hang out on Mars or something. You probably should. Yep, tall guy stuff. I figured, yeah. Woot, woot, poo. There you go. Let's see here. That's what it looks like. What it looks like is that there's a hole in the sky and the black disk of the moon with the sun's feathery corona and the ring spreading out around it. Now, what the corona is actually the sun's atmosphere. I truly didn't know that the sun had its own atmosphere, but when the moon completely blocks out the sun, you can actually see the movement of the atmosphere around the sun. You've actually been able to see some videos of that from whenever they filmed it back in the 90s. Something cool finally happens when I don't have to work. You know, pretty much how it normally is. I wish I could see it, but I live in the UK. Again, that's why it's a big deal here in the United States, and that's why tall people sleep through it, apparently. Hey, fellow pooers, there you go. All right. Because the sun is so bright, unless that fiery disk is blocked, the corona is too faint to be seen. As the totality ends, a brilliant burst of sunlight appears along the edge of the sun. This is the diamond ring effect. Since the corona and the sunburst look like a celestial engagement ring, so a lot of people will be getting married tomorrow. That's what I learned. If you simply cannot get into the path of totality, you'll still see an interesting show. The partial eclipse will be visible from everywhere in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. For example, New York City will be treated to a 72% partial solar eclipse, and if you are in Memphis, you will get a whopping 94% partial solar eclipse. When you get that far, that's not partial anymore. 94 is a lot. I'm the one who sees tall people, and I'm not missing it. See, Andy Dino understands how tall people should react in this situation. Sasquatch, go lay down. All right, where were we? If you happen to be lucky enough to be in a totality city, such as Charlottesville, South Carolina, you will get the mother lode 100% of the sun's completely covered during the total solar eclipse. And if you can get to the totality, you'll be glad you did. If you can't, you'll still see an amazing sight. It's pretty cool. But there is a thing to be said about this, and walking to Memphis, there you go. Man, I wish I was in the 79, the last one. It's not like they say it's the East Coast, barely see it. No, it's going to be all over, too. Total eclipse of the heart, there you go. I want to tickle your firebox. Bring it on, sweaty socks. Charlotte's where Charlotte's Flair's from, right. So as we talk about the watching the solar eclipse, you can't do it through sunglasses. They don't recommend welding shields. They recommend special glasses for it. And even viewing the solar eclipse through its entirety, you want to wear those glasses. And if you are not in the complete path where the moon totally blocks it out, you don't even want to take those off. And I was thinking about this as a dude. So what? Who cares? I'll do what I want. Don't tell me what to do, science. But what they say happens to people who watch the eclipse, even for short briefs of time, like if you look at it and look away and look at it and look away, you have a chance to get what they call eclipse blindness. And sometimes it actually burns the image of the eclipse into your cornea. So that is a real thing. Hi, I'm naked. Me too. I'm wearing a robe, but below the thing is completely naked. It's me and my sock. All right, cool. Steve Jones, hi, Jizz Man's eclipse only visible in the U.S. No, it's going to be visible in Canada and Mexico, but I didn't do any further research beyond that. Because there really is so much information to get to through it. I didn't go too far, but it is going to be Mexico and Canada as well. I'm not sure where you are, Steve. But anyway, so what you want to do is you want to have these perfectly prescribed perfectly prescribed glasses. And how do you know? They are actually labeled with an ISO on the glasses themselves. The ISO is 12312-2. But yeah, so, and they say that people, you want to look for that symbol right there. They say that people out there are trying to make bank off this. Not that these are expensive whatsoever, but people are trying to make bank off this, and they're just throwing out random ass glasses. So whenever you buy yours, you want to go to NASA's site and make sure that this number inside actually matches NASA's thing. If not, you could actually severely be injured. I mean, you could actually damage your eyesight by watching this eclipse. Personally, when I first heard about it, I was like, whatever, I'm going to look at it and look away. But they say, do not do that. It could cause you to go blind. Go ahead, Shy. You're not cool unless you burn your eye. There you go. A lot of people are going to have the eclipse cemented in their corner. You're right. You're not wrong. Again, that's one reason why I wanted to do this. Yes, it's creepy, but it's fun. But I wanted to at least spread a little bit of information, because being a dude and being this thing that doesn't happen very often, that's kind of what I want. I want to be like, hey, I was going to do this. Not a good idea. So what you don't want to do is have that stuff burned into your head. But anyway, so moving on a little bit, and I'll drop those numbers again later. That way we all know. All right. It's a Jizzy PSA, right? So the story of the eclipses. Although people have been watching eclipses for thousands of years, they haven't always understood what was happening. Many years ago, they were surprised and terrified when an eclipse occurred, and this is some cool stuff right here. Can you imagine how it might feel? Right in the middle of the day, the sky slowly got darker and darker until the sun suddenly went out. You might think it would never come back, or the world was coming to an end. This is what people thought in ancient times. They did not want to live forever in darkness, so they would do all kinds of things to make the sun return. In China, they would light fires or shoot arrows at the sun to make it catch fire again. In Europe, India, and Indonesia, it was thought that a monster, perhaps a dragon, was trying to eat the sun. People would bang on pots and pans or drums to make all kinds of noise to try to scare the monster away. Eclipses were often seen as important omens. In 585 BC, a total eclipse occurred during a war in eastern Turkey. The two battling armies believed the eclipse was a sign to lay down their weapons and make peace. Once they could predict accurately, people started paying much more attention to the eclipse. By the mid-1800s, astronomers were traveling many miles just to see one of these eclipses. Before the camera was invented, artists who would travel along with the scientists would try to capture what they had seen in the drawing or painting. That brings me to the next point. You do not want to use your phone's camera or any camera to take pictures or video of this. If you go to Nikon's website, they will show you the proper lens and the proper techniques to take pictures and video of the eclipse. You do not want to take your phone and just start filming it. It will actually just start burning your camera and will destroy your camera, and you know they ain't gonna warranty that stuff at Verizon. Yo, what up? What's going on, NorCal? How you doing? Welcome to the show, man. Save the cheerleader, save the world. There you go. Shooting stars. They must have had an incredible crossbows. It's so dark in there. I know, Sokum, but it's going to be like that because we have to get through this. But anyway, what specialty glasses did they use way back then? No, they got the stuff burned in their eyes and then they became some kind of sentient being. They didn't say what they used. But anyway, so you do not want to try to film it. Don't try to take pictures with your camera. If you really want to do it, go to Nikon's website. They'll be able to direct you to what is the best way to photograph it with what you have. So hard for fling shit. There you go. That's cool how they used to think the eclipse. I know, right? I know. Hope you don't melt your pops. The more you put that stuff out there, the more it's going to happen, right? All right, moving on. By the late 1800s, photographs could be made of the corona, and those who hadn't seen a total eclipse could finally believe what astronomers have been telling them, but no picture can compare to experiencing the real thing. That's why we're talking about it today, because tomorrow is the real thing. So, no Bonnie Tyler? Yes. The total eclipse of 1919 was used to confirm the bending of starlight by gravity as predicted by Einstein in his general theory of relativity. By 1926, scientists proposed that the sun and the stars derive their energy from nuclear reactions at their core. This was based in part on the accumulation of evidence from solar eclipse observations. What's going on, Louis Fears? Welcome back to the show. How do you think draw it so good? It's burned in their eyes. Shy's got it right. Shy's got it right. Like, just close your eyes. There you go. You're good to go. You just keep drawing. Clips just reminded me of the TV show Heroes. Steve, you're not wrong with that, man. That's cool. I like that. Anytime you can reference an awesome show that was cut too short with crappy writing and a writer's strike, it always makes me happy. By 1973, scientists used a Concorde supersonic jet flying at 1,250 miles per hour to stay inside the moon's shadow during an eclipse over Africa, to the extent duration of the totality to 74 minutes, 10 times longer than can be observed from the ground. That's really cool and really weird use of resources. At present, some satellites observe the sun's corona continuously by producing artificial eclipses, but eclipse observations from the ground still play an important role in the understanding of the sun. Perhaps one of the biggest unsolved mysteries is why the sun's corona is so incredibly hot. Future eclipse observation may help solve this puzzle. So again, we will show the path of totality so you guys can check it out. This is what's going to happen tomorrow, and it'll actually start in Oregon and end somewhere around South Carolina. Sometimes wonder if you jump fast enough and high. What? I've been laid off 3 times due to writer strikes. That sucks, Oak. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But it's true. It really is. So yeah, this is the path of totality. If you are anywhere in that, you will experience something that will not be experienced for a very, very long time from now. So it's actually really cool. It's kind of a big deal. It's kind of why I want to do this show. But yeah, that is the path of totality. And it will continue all the way around. But I didn't do further research into this. And yes, people in Canada and Mexico will be able to see this, but it will not be the full 100% eclipse. If you can jump high enough, you can prematurely avoid landing on the ground. Probably, Fizz. You probably definitely could do that. All right. Why seeing the totality is a must. Words alone cannot describe the magnitude and excitement of this rare, once-in-a-lifetime event. There has not been a total eclipse in the lower 48 states since 1979, and that one passed through a small area of the western United States. The entire United States will get a partial solar eclipse on August 21st, 2017. But to see the total eclipse, you must be inside the 70-mile wide path of totality that stretches across the United States from Oregon to South Carolina. Viewing the partial solar eclipse will be a phenomenal event, but if you can see the total solar eclipse, there's little comparison. Time for you to get on Pornhub, sweaty. There you go. It's Jonesy Bro from the UK. We'll see about 10% of it. Okay, cool. Like I said, I didn't know. I didn't do any further research because there's so much here as it is. What time will be full at tomorrow? What? I wonder how far ahead they can predict an eclipse. They know a lot. I mean, as far as this, like, I started hearing about this back in January, that this was going to happen, and people started booking up hotel rooms in the path. Like, you could, anywhere along that path right now, you couldn't get there. And it's going to be absolutely packed everywhere along that. I remember 1979. All right. When rating natural wonders on a scale of 1 to 10, a partial eclipse might be a 7, but a total solar eclipse is a million. It is just off the charts. It's something to remember for the rest of your life, unless you're Sasquatch, who refuses to watch it and will be sleeping through it. When the moon shadow sweeps over you, the sight of the sun's glorious corona is indescribably beautiful. It's kind of cool they've talked about this, and it's one of those things that makes me want to make that drive, but then again, it makes me want to feel that inner Sasquatch and be like, fuck it. I can take full eclipse when I sit on the toilet. Oh! Oh, Lord Lamau. There you go. Ooh, full eclipse, huh? Yes, Power Plug, welcome to the show. If you are outside of the path of totality, you will see an incredible partial solar eclipse which shows a crescent sun and must be viewed with the eclipse solar safe glasses like I showed earlier. If you are inside the path, you will also see a partial phases, but once the moon completely covers the sun, you can view totality in the sun's corona without the eclipse safe glasses. And what sight it is. It may leave you speechless and shouting with excitement. Do not miss it. Once again, we will show these right here. These are the NASA official safe glasses right there. And I warn you, if you're going to view it, make sure that you do have the ISO certified glasses, because there are companies out there that are making these that are not NASA approved. They're not safe. So if you do decide to view the eclipse in any manner, whether it's the partial or the full, make sure that you do have the one with the ISO number that is 12312-2. They're actually always printed on the inside right along here. So that's where you want to do it. Lamau nearly spilled my soda. Uh-oh. New Yorkers queered 3 hours for glasses. All right, cool. See ya, Sweaty. Have a good one. But yeah, so there is some stuff to learn about this. Drop a little bit more on you. Let's see, where was the last bit? There we go. How to prepare. If you traveled into the path of totality on eclipse day, there is one thing that can still prevent you from seeing it. Seeing the big show, it's weather. So if you do plan on making this, make sure you're driving to a place wherever the weather is. As of right now, you will be able to understand what the weather is going to be like tomorrow. So make sure you plan ahead. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of these major cities that are going to be packed full. So plan accordingly. It is going to be a cluster tomorrow. There's a lot of people that view this as a bad omen, like the zombie apocalypse is going to happen. Everybody viewing the eclipse that was watching it, whenever it's fully over, they will all be zombies. So I've already taken precautions and got the shotgun loaded. Now I'm afraid to go driving tomorrow. Well, again, Nerdy Sanchez, I would like to see you live on Wednesday when the Nerdy Effect fully returns. But if you must go driving, be safe when you're out there. All right. Now you have all the information needed to enjoy and be prepared for the August 21st, 2017 U.S. total solar eclipse. It will be an event of a lifetime, and you will have the opportunity to view the solar eclipse in your area in the United States. That will experience totality. Take it. Spread the word so that no one misses this incredible event. That's why I told Sasquatch. He refuses it. Purge legal during eclipse. It might be. I don't know. Check your local government. But yeah, I actually in this book right here, I do have when it's going to happen. Now it's got eclipse time for the partial and then the total solar eclipse. So if you guys don't know when it's going to happen in your area, I'll put this back up again so you can check it out. But I actually do have the times when it's supposed to arrive. So I've got, let's see. Trying to find one where I know people are going to be. Let's go with Kansas City, Missouri. Around Kansas City, the total eclipse is going to be around 1 in the afternoon. And then, let's see, let's go with Oregon. It's going to be around 9 o'clock. Well, that's the partial, I'm sorry. 10 o'clock in the morning is when Oregon is. So that very top of your map, that's where it's going to start, around 9 a.m. But then again, that's also out west. I've got a good spot ready. Awesome. That's North Korea you got to be worried about. Aliens attack. I like you, Fox. I like it. Let's see here. Yeah, those are the ones on the path right there. Wyoming. I think Wyoming is WY, right? That's the abbreviation. It should be around 11:43 for Casper, Wyoming, and that is for the total eclipse. Yeah, right there. Casper's on the map. Our office building are doing an eclipse viewing on the top of our parking garage. Moon pies and everything. That's awesome. X-ray glasses to check out the ladies. There you go, Sokum. I think you need to stay tuned for just a few more minutes. But yeah, it looks like you have reached enlightenment. Yes, power. Yes, we have. But yeah, it's going to be an awesome event. It really is. It's going to be something cool. Yellowstone volcano blows due to temperature drop. If it does, that would be awesome. I didn't see that in the research that I did. But there you go. That is all the information that I have on there. I'm trying to think if I got everything on here. Let's see. Yeah, we got everything. So yeah. I think it's going to be awesome. I really can't wait. Even a partial eclipse like this. I remember, I think it was like 93 or 94, there was an eclipse that happened, and we didn't have the special glasses or anything. So what we did, and you can do this if you have kids, that if you don't have the glasses, you can still view it. What you do is you take a piece of cardboard, you know, however big it is, then you just punch a hole in it, and you can actually just watch the eclipse happen on the ground. Now, you're not viewing actually up there, but it's a safer way to make sure that the kids don't actually have any damage. So when are you serving the Kool-Aid? Mega, we are just about to get to that. I'm glad you stayed tuned. I don't think you've ever seen an entire show before. Must be the candlelight. I can understand how Mega could totally get down with that. If Yellowstone blows, I'm dead, fool. A lot of people quitting fraud religions Tuesday. No, this is a real religion. This is the path of nerdality. So I do ask everyone out there to join the path of nerdality. If you want to, bring it on, brothers and sisters. So that's what I'm going to ask you guys to do tomorrow. If you do have a nerd shirt, wear the nerd shirt. Take a picture, you know. Be like, the sun's about to go. And then you have your little glass of jism right there. Yes, I have. No proof. I got you, Andy Dino. You're a dinosaur. You'll be fine, Essie. It smells funny in here. That's because you farted and haven't showered in 5 days. I would go the path. Thank you, heroes. Thank you. For cult stuff. Yes, for cult stuff. Trump face appears on the moon. That's why you have to watch it. That's why you have to. There's an eclipse happening. That's so rad. Yeah, Transorg. It's actually crossing the entire path of the United States, and it hasn't happened like that in over 100 years. So it's really, really cool. This is a cult. Yes, this is a cult 45. But we talked about it. I briefly hinted on it, but Wednesday will be the return of the Nerdy Effects. We'll be back on Wednesday. And no, it won't be the Time Spacers. Time Spacers will actually be back on November 1st. I've already mapped it out. Fuck your lamps. These are candles! What about the path of Jizality? Is that another path to take? Yes, it is, Power Plug, and we will get to that momentarily. Probably about in the next 5 minutes or so. What's going on, Nerdy? What's going on, Turtle? Welcome back, my man. Good to have you back. I like your reverse smiley face. That's awesome. You can't see it, Transorg, if you're not too busy making them meth and missing a Rocket League tournament. Don't add the just kidding. That's why he's on Team J-Dub's excuse. Yay, Wednesday! Fuck your old school lives. I do have an oil lantern that I had ready, but this was just way too bright as it was, so that's why I went around it. Scented candles. No, these are tea candles, and when I was lighting them, I didn't know how long it was going to take to light up 100 candles. Like, there's a lot of candles in here. I didn't know how long it was going to take to light up 100 candles. A long time. And then, these are just little... Actually, that's not too hot. Little just tiny tea candles, but they are hot as balls when you get a bunch of them right here. Hey, your shelf's on fire. No, that's just the effect. Jizz Wyatt. Now, why does everybody... No. We are our own thing. We are our own thing. We are our own thing. Sweet use dark to trash your local Walgreens. I blew out that candle. Now I got to bring back my thing. Fire is hot. Who knew? I know, right? Are they safe through nearly all the plastic and cardboard? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Most of them are actually about out as it is, but that's how it is. All right. So, I guess I missed something. Ooh. Nope. I guess We're on our own thing. Where's the Ouija? I don't have a Ouija board. I guess the Saints fan went to sleep, but that's all right. That's okay. We're good to go. But yeah, Fox, you do a Fox account. I can't say your name. It breaks my brain to try to say it. You missed my comment. Is this cleared through the fire marshal? Yes, this is my own area. I can do as I please in my own weird realm of Jizality. There it is. Got to call the man out. There it is. Got to call the man out. Hello, brother.
Brother Jiz. How are things, my friend?
We are just on the path of Jizality.
We are ready, as you can tell.
As you can see,
I hope they can tell.
Brother Listwitz is ready. He has his nerd shirt on. He has his cloak of deception on.
And we have...
He has me in Echo.
ISO 12-13-31-2's ready.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Brother DeSaints.
I got you in Echo, unfortunately.
Brother DeSaints, are you ready to drink?
I am ready to drink.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Eclipse.
Brother DeSaints is ready to drink. He will drink for the power of Jizality.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are on the path of totality and Jizality.
Thank you, Brother DeSaints.
And I hope that the rest of them are ready as well.
We're about to get them ready, Brother DeSaints. We will see you soon.
Something went wrong. Something went wrong.
No, just let it happen. Just let it happen. It's okay. Just let it happen.
It went wrong. It went wrong.
His skin melted off. That's new. That won't happen to everybody. It just happened to him. He drank the wrong jism.
My skin. But I hope this does not happen to you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I must go rescue myself with the power of the jizz.
Somebody write that down that he said the power of the jizz, just so I didn't do that. I have no idea what's going on, I know, right? Hail to the Jizality. See? Dan Frode understands how it is. So I ask you all tomorrow, August 21st, 2017. Hang up, the Saints. I can still hear him down there moaning. That's weird. So I ask you all to drink from Jizality. We have this ready to go. We have our cup of jizz right here. We will then insert it into a Dixie cup, just like that. It's awfully runny, but it happens. The power of the jizz. So I ask you all tomorrow to wear your nerd shirts, watch as the moon blocks out the sun, as the path of Jizality happens, and then drink your jism from a Dixie cup. Insemination. The Jizza, the Rizza, the path of Jizality. Cortez, the cool guy, approves of this message, and all thou shall as well. Couldn't see the screen to hit the hang up button. I'm hoping that's actual jizz. Well, for my sake and your sake, I hope so as well. But there you go. Mega Nasty, you better do that. Even though you don't have a nerd shirt because you won't send me $17 and your shirt size. You can then make your own faux pas nerd shirts, get your own cup of jizz, lady jizz, and then drink it as the sun is blocked out by the moon. Make sure you swallow it all. Oh yeah, you got to. What if you have no jizzy cup? That's why I said Dixie cup. You have to have a Dixie cup. That's the Dixie cup. Good game, Lissy. I'm asking for a link, didn't get a link, not my problem. It's not a link, it's called Instagram. The night is dark and full of Jizality. See? Steve understands what it's all about, and that is what tomorrow is all about. The path of Jizality, and I hope that you all join me. Blow up your Instagram post with the drinking of the jizma, the wearing of the nerd shirt, and the blocking out of that pesky-ass sun who brings us all melanoma. What's Instagram? I know, right? I lost my shirt. I figured you did. Will a shot glass do? No. Has to be a Dixie cup. Made in Dixie. Hello to all. What's going on straight out of Buffalo? I'm sorry I missed your invite last night. My PlayStation was on, but I wasn't there. I was downloading Just Cause 3, which has nothing to do with the past of the Jizality. We have Toby jugs. I don't know what a Toby jug is, but that'll work. We'll make sure that a Toby jug does work in this case. Toby jugs. The sticky path of Jizality. Whatever works. We don't have them in the UK. You have to get them imported. Ship them overnight if you have to. JC3 is lots of fun. Thank you. I hope so. It looks cool. Relentless is good game, proud to be a part of the back of D's. Big old Toby jugs. I know, right? Red Solo Cup. That'll work as well. Moon gonna be out fireball. There you go. You gotta have a Dixie cup. And if you're in the United States, Dixie cup. Can't view the eclipse in England, mate? Then make one up. Pretend that the sun went away for a while. Or just drink until oblivion. Bag o' D's will live on forever. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. My path of Jizality is blocked. It is not. The path of totality might be blocked, but the path of Jizality is never blocked. Once you've embraced and let the Jizzy in, you will feel enlightened, and it will be wondermous. I have to raid the dentist. Or put on some really dark glasses. Yeah, put on some really dark glasses and drink something random that's white out of a red Solo cup. England had a total eclipse in 1999. I was there. Smiley face. Your room looks like Jason Voorhees' hut from the game. It kind of does a little bit. It's scary. It's really scary, especially that candle right there. I don't trust that one. I drink cola to that. Allie, you gotta drink what you gotta drink, my man. How does one start to convert to the path of the Jizality? It's really simple. You have to possess a nerd shirt, you have to put a cloak on of any kind, and then you have to drink jism out of a Dixie cup. Once you have done those three things, we'll even take the cloak off. Wear your nerd shirt, drink jism from a Dixie cup, and celebrate the fact that the moon has blocked out the sun. There you go. You are then on the path to enlightenment. My stream first night, it was an hour. Oh, man, that sucks, too. I was born in 99, so that sucks. It's bad when I can remember what I was doing in 99. But yes. Corn Halo, yep. I'll play some ceremony drums with that ore. Yeah! I don't know what that means, but I'm down with what that guy's doing. I was blinded by the episode 1 eclipse of 99. What? What a shot glass count. In this case, in European, we're going to have to do that tummy tum thing, whatever the hell Fizz Kid talked about, but that would work. But in the United States, Dixie cup. Well, what can you do when a nerd shirt doesn't come in your size? I don't know. I have no answer for that. The Jizality tastes like Kool-Aid. Yes, Cortez! Embrace it! Embrace it, my brother! That would be, I don't know, Andy. I'm not sure what, because you would have to wear a long, right? I don't know. We might have to make a special order for Andy. I'm not sure. But in that process, for a time for a product placement plug, I do have the white nerd shirts in stock. I have large, extra large, 3X. I don't think I have any more mediums. I think I have one small remaining. Another false religion. No, it's not. It's real. It's real. Embrace it, Cortez. See? Jizality, vodka. Could be. Could very well be. Are you the Sparrow from Game of Thrones? I am not. That guy is terrible. I am awesome. Put coxicles in drink. It could happen. It could happen. Andy is a cholo, and you know they wear baggy shirts. It's just one button at the top, right? That's all it is. Toby jugs, thank you, are huge pot cups in the image of the whole head. What? Got any XXXXXXLs? I don't. I think the highest I ever went was a 6X, and I only bought one of them. What is up? Long time no see, sexy bees, DMK. We are just embracing the path of Jizality. High septum. Dizzy vodka alien bottle will return. The alien is actually right there. I actually moved it up. I don't know. I think it's this one. Let's see if this will work. There's the alien vodka right there. Go away. All right. High septum. That's awesome. Good call on the 3X sizes, Fad Gamer. It happens. It happens. Eclipse in the UK right now. Oh no, just nighttime. That means you have to drink and embrace the Jizality. All right. So one reason why we did this today is that we wanted to talk about the path of totality. The path of totality is this right here. This is when the moon blocks out the sun for the entire United States. This is a very, very rare occurrence. It will actually happen tomorrow. If you are anywhere on that black line, you will get the 100% blockout of the sun. We talked about it earlier. If you're just joining us, you can go back and watch all the facts that we dropped about it. It is going to be an amazing thing that's going to happen tomorrow. I hope that everybody can definitely check it out. And anywhere spanning away from that, all the way up into Canada and Mexico, you will get a partial eclipse. So an eclipse will happen tomorrow for all of this map. Now, I'm not sure how it continues down. I don't think UK is going to get it. If you look at that path, it looks like it's going to roll somewhere around in Africa or not. Airhead is probably getting combustion from the heat. Yes, I'm sure it is. Oh, Alien Head. Ghostbusters headquarters. Yes, that is Cornholio. Need get Kentucky. Yes, it is right there. So anyway, that is the path of totality. That will be happening tomorrow. It starts in Oregon around 9, so that's 11 Central. And then I think the whole thing takes about 70 minutes to go through its entirety. I'm in Minnesota, so 1 p.m. for me. Yes, see, Minnesota's at the top. It's not in the path, but he will get a partial eclipse tomorrow. So it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be an awesome thing. And it's one of those that just rarely happens. So if you get a chance, go out, check it out. You can go to NASA's website to get the official times when it's going to happen in your area. Even if you are outside the United States, you can go there. Again, we talked about it. If you're going to view it, you need the official eclipse glasses. They are ISO certified. They have the ISO on the inside of it, and then they have the number. The number that you want to look for is 12312-2. That is the NASA official seal that says that these are okay. If you decide to view it without any protective, you have the chance to damage your eyesight, get what they call eclipse blindness, where you can actually burn an image of the eclipse into your cornea. So you will, every time you blink, every time you look around, you'll be able to see that eclipse burned into your eyesight. That is a real thing that happened. I didn't make it up like this weird cult thing. It's not a cult. I didn't make it up. That is a real thing. You need to protect your eyes. You need to protect yourself tomorrow. It's going to be awesome, but you have to do it safely. Getting quicker, pinhole camera. Yes. Also, do not film it with your regular phone. Do not film it with your phone. Do not try to take pictures of it. You will damage your camera. And you know that Verizon ain't going to warranty that shit. It ain't going to happen. This will be the only time we'll see it 99 years before the next one. See, exactly. DMK understands. And the last one that was actually really big like this was in 1979. So almost 40 years ago, but it happened in like New Mexico and Arizona. This one's actually stretching across the entire United States. It's an awesome thing. It's something you're going to remember for the rest of your life unless your name is Sasquatch and you're sleeping. I'll take the burn. Sounds cool as shit in a lifetime souvenir. I like that. Yes, yes, yes. I'll get a horse and chase Shadow. Yeah, you might. I got to get me the fire station for my Geek Room. Yeah, that is the Ghostbusters fire station, and in the normal light in here, you'll be able to see this. Iron Knight Commissioner, the American Badass. What's good, bro? I didn't see no Iron Knight. Need to buy Verizon and Apple phone stock quick. You're right. You're right. Got the 3D glasses from the cinema. Any good? I wouldn't recommend it. I would not recommend that. Eclipse Eyes, cool shot on Riddick. Oh yeah, you might get Riddick Eyes. Go for it. Yeah, I do want to watch it. It's something I want to check out real soon. But yeah, so hopefully you learned a little bit of something today. Maybe you didn't know some things. Maybe you knew it all and you're a complete badass like Trenzorg who makes crystal meth in a bathtub. But for the most part, that's the reason why the Nerdy Effects exists. It exists to drop a little bit of knowledge and a lot of fun on you all at once. So, for one last time, I ask you all to join the Knights of Jiz in the path of Jizality and become a brother and or sister in the brotherhood. Do it tomorrow. Wear your nerd shirts. Take your cup of jism, pour it into a Dixie cup. Salute us all on Instagram. Tell us what you're doing when the path of totality crosses you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jizzy, High Septum Jizzist of them all. I will see you all on Instagram and everybody else on Wednesday, when the Nerdy Effect returns to its regularly scheduled time. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful Monday. Enjoy the path of totality. And check out Mega Nasty, because she loves deodorant. Nerd Circle.
It's a Nerdy Effect double dose.
4.0.
4.0.
The beatbox.
It's a Nerdy Effect.
The nerdy effect.
4.0.
Nerdy effect.
Not the dose, not the dose. 4.0.
We have to drink one more cup of jism before we go. This one is a bit overfilled. What do you think I was doing when the curtain was all blacked out? So yeah, one more cup of jism. Ooh, creamy. Extra creamy. Drink your jism tomorrow. Do it! Or the ghosts win. Frothy.